That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, everyone, to the PAX 2018 Devil May Cry 5 panel. Yes. Well, my name is Charlene, and this is actually my first time at PAX, and as of today, this is my third month at Capcom. I'm one of the brand directors at Capcom, and wanted to show one of the titles I get to work on, I'm so jazzed for, is Devil May Cry 5. Yeah. All right, are you guys ready to get crazy? Yeah. Are you ready to be badass? Yeah. Do you guys have smoking sexy style? Yeah. All right, it's time to get crazy. The time has come to start this panel. All right, let's talk first. I know you saw that in the trailer. Devil May Cry 5 is coming out on March 8th. You guys hyped? Yeah! Anybody get to try out the game at the Capcom booth earlier? Yeah! Yes, my people. I love you all. Well, I am pretty lonely up here, so I figured we would bring up some guests. We have 3 very special guests here, all the way from Japan, here to meet you guys. But they told me backstage they are not going to come up unless you guys cheer really loud and show them how motivated you are. Can you do that? Of course you can. Yes! Yes. Yeah. I'd say that's adequate. So let's bring them up one by one. First up, we have the senior producer of Devil May Cry 5, Mr. Michiteru Okabe-san. Oh, yeah! Okabe-san! Yes. Please be seated. Oh, it's so great to have you. Oh, hi!
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Next up, we have the producer of Devil May Cry 5. We have Mr. Matt Walker. Come on! Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about! Yeah, DMC is back!
And last but certainly not least, I have one more chair up here. I want you to give the most badass welcome to the guy behind Devil May Cry 5. You know him, you love him. It's Mr. Hideaki Itsuno-san! With some very special guests. Energy. I'm gonna let Nero and Nico go because they've got some treats for you guys. Yeah, we did not come empty-handed, but while they get ready to pass those out, we have some questions for our esteemed guests here. So you guys have had a whirlwind few months. What's it like to finally be here at PAX meeting your American fans?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is this
you can move it closer.
All right, move it closer. Here we go. It's been amazing, you know. It started back in May when we announced the game on Microsoft's stage, right? I mean, how many times does someone get a chance to do that? And we've been working on this game for 3 years now. So for the longest time, we were working on this, and we really weren't sure how people were going to receive it. But Itsuno-san and I are backstage, we're together, and as soon as that Devil May Cry logo went up, everybody went nuts, right? It was so cool. So we're standing backstage, the 2 of us, and as soon as everybody went nuts, the 2 of us are standing back there, we're both like, yes! We were so excited, you know. And then last week, we had our first playable at Gamescom in Europe, and luckily, everybody seems to be really happy with what they've played, so that's been amazing. And now we finally get to bring that playable to PAX here, to finally have Americans try out the game. Yeah. Right? I mean, we really hope that you guys try out the game and that you like what you play. So that's all we can ask for. You know? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so before we get into the deep questions, for all of you guys, if you could explain for our audience here your role on the DMC5 team.
Hi, my name is Mitch Teru. I'm a producer on Devil May Cry 5. Thank you for having us today.
And Okabe-san being the senior producer, he basically gets to make all the high-level decisions. And so me being just the vanilla producer, that means that basically I do all the work that he doesn't want to do. See, yeah, just doing that all the time, every day. And I coordinate and make sure that everyone's got all the information they need and everybody has all the decisions made that they need so that we can get the game done and that we can get PR and marketing done on the game as well. And then we have the director.
ディレクターオブデビルメイクライ5。ディレクターはそうですね、僕の場合はストーリーのプロットも考えたり、キャラの設定も考えたり、遊びのネタも考えたりと、割と全体を見るタイプのディレクターです。
So we have a lot of different directors at Capcom, and they all kind of perform different roles. But Itsuno-san is the kind of director that he really gets hands-on, and so he comes up with the idea for the story, for the plot. He comes up with kind of the settings for what the characters are going to be like, and everything down to the details of what the gameplay is going to be like. So he's the kind of director that really gets in there and really manages every aspect of development.
All right, so I gotta ask, who is your favorite character in the DMC series and why?
All right, how about let's go this way this time. All right, so Justin, that's right, Itsuno-san.
僕はね、バージルですね。
He likes Virgil.
なんでかっていうと、僕2の途中からデビルメイクライに関わってて、でバージルっていうキャラの見た目とか技とか喋り口調とかを全部含めて僕の全部やったデビルメイクライ3で、作ったキャラなんですごく思い入れがあります。
So the reason for that is because, as some of you guys may be aware, Itsuno-san really started to get involved with the Devil May Cry franchise with Devil May Cry 2, right? So in Devil May Cry 1, we had a version of Virgil, but it wasn't until Devil May Cry 3 that we really have the Virgil that I think everybody kind of knows and loves, you know? The design, the moves, all of that stuff, even the way he speaks, was basically designed by that team that Itsuno-san led for Devil May Cry 3. So that's why he's got a lot of really great memories about how he created that character, you know? For me, I mean, it's a pretty boring answer, but Dante. You know? Yeah, Dante! Oh man, that's DMC2 Dante in the front, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Stand up, stand up. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah! Baby! That's hot. Yeah. I love you! I love you, man. And I think we all do. And I mean, you talk about Devil May Cry, you know Dante. Dante is the character, man. You know, he's the one kind of started it all. So I mean, for me, yeah, it's kind of a boring answer, but Dante. All right, Okabe-san.
I like the new character Nico so much.
Where's our Nico? Where'd she go?
Nico. Yay.
Yeah, Nico!
ちょっと今回日本語ですけど、最初にニコのデザインを見たときにはまだちょっとどうなるんだろうっていうのもあったんですけど、ゲーム僕ら当然頭から最後までプレイみんなしてると思いますけど、もう最後までプレイするとみんな本当に好きになれるキャラクターだと思うので、そこはぜひね、発売までちょっと時間ありますけど、楽しみにしてほしい。
Yeah, we're really looking forward to having you guys play the game. In terms of Nico, though, the reason that Okabe-san loves Nico so much is she's this kind of character that, the first time he saw the design for Nico, he was like, okay, I'm not really sure how this character is going to turn out. This is going to be interesting. But a lot of us on the dev team, as we've played from the beginning game to the end of the game, we've played multiple times, she's become a character that we've all really grown to love, And so that's why Nico is his favorite character.
Yes.
Actually, really good lead-in. Speaking of that, Itsuno-san, could you tell us just a little bit more about our new heroine, Nico? And we actually have some never-before-seen concept art for Nico to show you.
そうですね。ニコは最初こうネロと一緒に戦うキャラとして、綺麗はちょっと戦闘するっていうキャラではなくて、やっぱりお家でネロを待ってるっていうキャラなんで、一緒に戦いに協力してくれるキャラクターがいるなというところで考え始めました。
So for Nico, the design for Nico the idea for Nico kind of started out with, okay, Nero's got Kirie, but Nero really wants to keep Kirie safe. She is the most important thing to him. So the way we saw it was that Kirie wasn't going to be the type that was going to go out into battle with Nero. And so we wanted someone that was going to do that. And that's how we came up with Nico.
ニコのね、今扱ってる服なんですけどね、前にここにボタンがついてエプロンみたいなのついてるでしょ。で、袖もついてるじゃないですか。これは溶接作業をするときに火の粉が飛んでくるのを防ぐための革の服で、動きやすいように普段は袖と前のエプロンを外してるんです。
And so you guys can probably tell from the concept art on the far left here that this is the thing that I'm pointing to. That's the same as the screen up top. So hopefully you don't have to strain your neck to see that. But it's a welder's smock, and that's because she's this artisan of weapons. She can create these amazing weapons. So the idea there is that she was going to be this character that, okay, when she's welding, when she's creating weapons, she's going to have the smock on it, she's going to have these sleeves, but then when she's just kind of chilling, she's going to take that stuff off. And so that's how we came up with that character design and that costume.
And then we have, this is something really cool that Matt sent over, and I was very insistent on using it. We actually have, for the first time, some art of our motion capture model.
Yep, so this is the wonderful lady that we scan for Nico. Her name is Emily Bador. A lot of people have been asking me on Twitter, who is that? Who is that? So there you go. There she is, Emily, dressed up as Nico during the photo shoot, the scan shoot for Nico. And you tell she looks quite a bit like Nico does in the game, although we did make, not just for her, but all of the characters, we did do some certain changes. It's interesting for the scan process. Usually when you scan somebody, you don't want to change them a whole lot. It's what we call a digital double. It's a 3D model of a real person. And so really the craft there is trying to make a model that looks exactly like that person. But at Capcom, we're crazy. And so it was like, all right, that's great, we want to do that, but then we want to make these little adjustments here and there so that we can really bring out the Nero-ness, the Nico-ness, the Dante-ness of this character.
Yeah. Looks so cool. So cool. So what everyone really loves about Devil May Cry is all about that stylish action. And we're going to have Matt and Itsuno-san and Okabe-san talk to us a little bit about some of the action elements in Devil May Cry 5. And we're going to do it by showcasing some footage of the boss fight with Goliath. He is our friend that's got the heartburn. If you played the demo, he's that guy. So let's talk a little bit about all this stylish action.
All right, here we go. The Goliath. This is the first boss that we've been showing off here. If you've played, anybody played Devil May Cry 4? Yeah! All right. So when we were creating this boss, we had Burial in Devil May Cry 4, and everyone was like, Burial's an awesome boss fight. It's a nice boss fight, and I'm sorry that I'm spitting into the mic here. And it has this great area where there's all these houses, that you're kind of taken down, that he's taken down as he's fighting against you. And so our artists really wanted to create something that was going to match that and was going to exceed that in any way that we possibly could. So that is how we come to the Goliath. And you see right off the bat, you start on top of this cathedral, and then after he gets down to about a quarter life of there or so, you actually fall into the cathedral and you start fighting him. And this actually provides, this is perfect timing, this provides a chance to fight against him in different ways. You see, Nero just did this move called the Petal Ray with the Gerbera Devil Breaker. And so that bounces off walls. And every time it bounces off walls, the laser gets more powerful. So in a nice closed area like that, you could do a lot of damage with that one. And then as you can see, then the Goliath brings you out into this giant parking area kind of thing.
もうすぐダウンするんですけど、今義手がね、デビルブレイカーが今オーバーチュアなんですけど、もうすぐダウンするんで、ダウンした時に次のデビルブレイカーに切り替えて使う時があるんで、それを見てほしいんですけど、出るかな。
And then watch this, because he's going to get stunned in a second. And when he does that, Nero is going to switch from Overture to the next Devil Breaker he's got.
ダウンしたでしょ。
Here we go. He's going down, bringing out the Buster Arm, so that he could do a Buster move. Nice helicopter spin here. All right, here's what I love, though. Here's what I love. After this, bam! Oh!
So good.
Oh, the animators, Hiraki-san is the lead animator. The animators, they put in these little details, and that stuff feels so good, man. We were so excited we were putting together this trailer, and we got a chance to put that in there. It just feels so good.
バスターもね、今回の体験版では使えないんで、ごめんなさい。
By the way, sorry, we can't use the Buster Arm in this particular version of the demo, the PAX version, so I'm sorry for that. It's kind of a tease. It's kind of a tease to say, look, you could do this, and then go, but not you guys. So, sorry about that. I'll take responsibility for that. And he has this, and like you're saying, Heartburn over here, he has this move where he sucks you in. Little tip here. If you're closer to him, it's going to be easier to avoid that, because the further away you are, the more distance you have to make up for the rotational velocity of the Goliath. And I know that sounds really technical, but just get close to him and run to the side when he does that. There we go. All right, we're finishing off with a nice stem ray from the Gerbera.
Okay.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, speaking of, wasn't that amazing? Oh, I love watching a boss fight. This is another question for Itsuno-san. So we've had a lot of fans come up to us as we've been showing off the demo and seeing them online, asking us about the type of modes that fans can expect to see in DMC5.
はい、ちょっとね、ネットとかだといろんな画面から情報がポロポロ出てはいるんですけど、まず今回ここで初めて発表するモードを一つ、フォトモードがつきます。フォトモードはゲーム中ポーズすると自由にカメラを動かしてかっこいいポーズでそのままハードウェアの機能を使ってシェアしてもらったりできます。
So there's a couple modes here. There's a couple big exclusive here, but a couple first announcements in this question here, by design, I guess. And you guys will probably have noticed, if you've looked online, you've seen people pause the demo and they've kind of found some stuff in the menus. So first off, we're first officially acknowledging that there's a photo mode in the game. We've put so much effort. Don't switch over yet. Don't switch over yet.
そうもうさっき出ちゃったけどね。
That's okay. So here's another mode. Here's another mode that we just wanted to really just kind of tease you guys about here. But there's a there it is right there. You can see it. You can see the mode right there. It's the gallery. So we have this gallery with all this different information. People are really going to analyze this now too. That's cool though. That's cool. And you can see in the gallery here, we have all this different stuff that you're going to be able to see specific information on in the game. And you'll be able to view the models. So hold on 1 second. Hold on, because there's still one other thing we're going to say before we move on to the Devil Breakers.
でデビルブレイカーの前にもう一個だけモード。
そうですよね。
もう一つここで初めて発表するモードがあります。トレーニングモードがあります。
Another thing, a lot of people have been asking on Twitter stuff like, is there going to be a training mode? Is there going to be a training mode? All right, well, again, we're going to officially reveal that, yes, there is a training mode in the game.
今まで要望あったんですけど、ちょっと余裕なくてつけられなかったんですけど、今回頑張ってつけたので。
And Nissan says, look, this is something that people have been asking for a long time, training modes. And so, you know, we've tried our best. There were certain titles where we weren't able to get that done correctly. But this time we made sure to make the effort, and there's going to be a training mode. So we'll reveal more details on that one in due time.
In due time.
Good question. I don't think we've actually figured out when we're going to reveal details, actually.
この中で TGS 来る人いるんですかね。
Is anybody, actually, that's a good question. Is anyone going to be at TGS from here? Anybody?
Oh, nice.
Man, you guys are hardcore. Man, nice. All right. Cool, well, thank you. Come see us, say hi. You know? Hi. All right. Sorry, Charlotte.
Right. Oh, no worries. This is all great stuff. So, some of the other concepts we're going to show off, we're going to talk about Nero's Devil Breakers. But we're going to start with, so we all have weekly conference calls. I talk to Matt quite a bit. And one of the things that we talk about is art assets and, you know, things that we can do to like make the fans really happy. And this is actually one of the first art concepts that I got to see come in. And you can see it in its raw form of how a concept art happens for a poster. So this is, you can see it's roughly Nero and all of his Devil Breakers, but it's really cool, the final piece of art. I love this piece of art so much. Yeah, it's infinitely amazing. But what you can see here is, so if you played the demo, you've encountered the Overture and the Gerbera arms, but there's a lot more Devil Breakers here. So we are actually going to talk a little bit more about all of these tools that Nero can use. So what do you say we, like any good musical movement, let's start with the Overture, shall we?
Ooh, she went there, yes.
You thought you were
Nice,
safe.
Charlie. No, man, I'm never safe. Overture, there we go. Yep, so this is the first one. Oh, budget.
オーバーチュアっていうのはニコが一番最初に作ったデビルブレイカーで、まあオーバーチュアっていうのは英語でそのまま分かるんですよね。始まりの。
So, really, Overture is the overture of Devil Breakers as far as Nico's concerned, because it's the first one that she ever made. And so for her, it's just the beginning. It's just the overture of the whole ensemble that she's got planned.
ちゃんと変形するようになってますので。
And you can see that in the videos that we have there, in the model viewer, you can actually see how they transform, the Devil Breakers transform there, as we just showed now.
い
And
る場所によってね、出る方向が変わるんですよね。
you'll see with this standard Devil Breaker overture move here called Battery, that depending on the state of your enemy there, the direction that Nero actually does the battery and changes there. So you see sometimes it's on the ground, sometimes in front of him, and sometimes it's above him like that.
All right, now let's go to our next one, which you can also find it in the demo if you play it down at the Capcom or the Microsoft booth. We have the Gerbera.
Gerbera.
はい、ガーベラはこれ展開した状態、これもちゃんとパーツが変形して展開するんですけど、この展開したのがガーベラという花の形によく似ているので名前がガーベラと言います。
And so the idea with Gerbera is that, as you can see here, when it's open like this, when it's doing its break age moves, which are the kind of charge moves that you can do with the Devil Breakers, that it's supposed to kind of look like a flower called the Gerbera, a Gerbera. So that's where it gets its name from. And then as you can see here, the break age move, the power move for this, there's two of them. This one here is called Stem Ray. Stamen Ray. Sorry, Stamen Ray. Oops. Guess I've forgotten my flower.
Forgot your botany
Flower
class.
structures there. There you go. And then Petal Ray here. So there's two. Depending on whether you're on the ground or you're in the air, you do a different move.
これ花のちゃんとガーベラの花の生命とペタル。
And so yeah, we kind of based those moves on the image of a stamen, a Gerbera's stamen, and a Gerbera's petals here.
Awesome. Now, here's another Devil Breaker that you guys might have seen from watching the trailers.
All right, punchline.
Yes.
間違いないですね。まだそんなにちゃんと発表してないやつで、今回初めて名前言うかと、そうパンチラインですね。
Yeah, I think this might be the first time that we've actually revealed the official name for it. But yep, this is Punchline, and it becomes a rocket.
これちゃんと上に乗れるように足を乗せれるようになってるんですね。
You see, when it's open there, you can see actually the spot that Nero's able to step on when he's riding. Yeah! Ride him, cowboy!
それでね、ぜひアメリカの人たちに中2という言葉を覚えてもらいたいんですよ。
You know, this is very in Japanese we say chuni. This is very chuni. It's the kind of stuff that people in their early teens think is badass, and that is exactly what Itsuno-san goes for in all of his games. Is this kind of chuni feeling? And yes, Nero's Pro Skater. There you go. Maybe we should make like an iOS game or something like that, and it'll be Nero's Pro Skater with the rocket with the punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's so badass. All right, let's go to our next one, which is also a reveal. And we were talking about this one a lot last night. We were talking about the Tomboy.
Ooh, tomboy.
トンボーイ、トンボーイっていうのは日本語だとねおてんば娘とかじゃじゃ馬とかっていうその扱いきれないようなまあ男の子っぽい女の子のことを言います。
So, tomboy, you know, when we say tomboy in English, we talk about women who maybe exhibit more what you might consider, some people might consider more masculine traits, more masculine features in their personality.
でトンボーイ自体はですね、ここに伸びてるこのアームのが本当はもっと長く伸びて銃弾を加速させてより強力な弾にする能力と、もう一つはこのアームがレッドクイーンにつながってレッドクイーンにエネルギーを供給しつつ、ここの手がねちょうどモンキーレンチみたいになってて、レッドクイーンの下をギュッと掴んで両手持ちの剣として暴れまくる剣で切ると、これ2つともねロックオンできないっていうのがそのトムボーイな理由です。
I'm going to explain a lot here, so bear with me for a second. So that's how we think of the name tomboy, the word tomboy in English, right? Or at least some people might. But in Japanese, we kind of take that, and our image of that word in Japanese becomes more something that a woman who is not going to be stopped by convention, is going to break past the convention, okay? And so the tomboy then has these two parts on the Devil Breaker. One is this thing, you saw the thing that kind of hangs over the top. The idea with that is that is going to help accelerate the bullets that come out of the Blue Rose even more. And then there's this kind of monkey wrench thing on the bottom that he can use with the Red Queen, and that's going to really power up the Red Queen. So the idea here is that Tomboy powers up the Blue Rose and the Red Queen, so much so that Nero can't control it because it's so powerful. It's gone so much past the conventional use of Blue Rose and Red Queen. And so because this is so powerful, because he can't control it, you can't lock on to enemies when you use this thing. So that's kind of the interesting gameplay mechanic that you have with the Tomboy.
Oh, it's so cool. It doesn't bow to society's conventions. I love it.
Yes, exactly.
So next
Just like
we
Charlene.
have-
Just like Charlene.
Yes.
Yes.
And another new reveal, we have the ragtime.
Yes. Ragtime.
時間を止める能力があります。
And so this is Nero's time stopper.
悪魔の力、悪魔パワーを中に仕込んでいるのですね。どうやって悪魔パワーを手に入れるかは本編のお楽しみなんですけど。
Oh. So their idea is that there is demonic power housed within this Devil Breaker. And you might be wondering, well, how do they do that? How does he get that demonic power? Well, that's something that we're going to find out when the game comes out. So please check that out. But as you can see here, the idea is that it stops time. And so this gives you a chance to, as Nero, to walk around the enemies apparently. And gives you a chance to experiment with what you're going to do with your combos when the enemies are frozen in place.
Really cool.
You're taking a stroll, yeah, with his little time stopper move.
Yeah. All right, now we have another one. This one's got the coolest name, not gonna lie. The Helter
Helter
Skelter.
Skelter.
スケルター
Yes. All right.
このヘルタースケルターっていうのはまあ螺旋状の遊園地にある螺旋状の滑り台をヘルタースケルターって言うんですけど、そこから名前を付けています。
So I'm sorry, maybe, I don't know, actually know, maybe we do this in America as well, but in Japan anyways, when you have like a kind of screw-like slide, we call that Helter Skelter. And so Helter Skelter then, the shape of the Helter Skelter like this kind of resembles that shape. So that's where we got the name from.
これ実は変形、このドリル状のやつが1段階展開したときはドリル状のまま展開して、ここの映ってる2段階目のやつはもう最終段階なんですね。本当は間にもう1段階あるんですけど、ドリルで切り刻んだと最後にこの3つ目の形に展開して、僕らシュレッダーって言うんですけど、もうちょっと切り刻むっていう形で。
And so this is pretty graphic, but yeah, so it's a drill. It's this drill, and so there's actually as you can see, there's three different stages where the drill opens up, and you just drill harder and harder in there, and as you get deeper and deeper, another stage of that drill opens up until you've just massacred those demons. They probably deserve it anyways.
これね、とにかく連打ガーってしないとダメなんで。はい。
And so while you're doing this, you'll actually want to keep jamming on if it's an Xbox controller, it's going to be the B button as fast as you can, as much as you can, in order to basically get all three of those stages out with the Helter Skelter.
Oh, it's absolutely brutal. It reminds me of like a garden tool. Those garden tools that you like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is cooler. This is cooler than
It
gardening.
is. Well, I mean, yeah, a garden tool might not be as effective against demons, but I don't know. I mean,
You know what? You work with what you got, Matt. You work with what you got.
That's true. But you do that so well, Charlene.
Thank you. Well, let's look at one more. I love this one.
最後かな。
Rawhide.
Rawhide.
はい、これローハイドですね。これね、先がこうハサミになってるんですけど、これがねちゃんとこうわかるかな、こう根元の方わかるかな、こうペロペロペロちゃんとこの形に変形するようになってるんですよ。
アコーディオンとか
He's gonna make me do this,
アコー
isn't
ディ
he?
オン系ではない
Yes.
So
ア
it's,
コーディオン的な
ア
感じ
コーディオン、そうですね。
it's gonna open up. So as you can see, there's the closed state and then there's the open state, right? And so those all fold on top of each other. Pedal, 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 like that, and it becomes this crazy whip, as you can see here. Yeah, woo! Got him, cowboy! Yeehaw! Yes. We're not done though.
Oh,
One
gets
more
better.
here, Nero. There you go. Yeah. That is the power of Itsuno.
この振り回すやつはすごい強いやつやから、一回使ったら壊れちゃう技です。
The one that he uses where he picks up the enemy and then he's able to kind of whip him around like that. That's actually the break age move. That's gonna be the one that it's so powerful that the double breaker breaks, as you can see here after using it.
Oh, that's so awesome. All right, so now that we've learned about all of our devil breakers, it wouldn't be a Devil May Cry event if we didn't do a special mission and all of you are participating. So are Nero and Nico around? Where are Nero and Nico? Where did they go? Oh, there they
All right,
are.
coming from the
So
back.
did everybody get a little black package from them? Raise your hand if you don't have one. And they will come get you.
Oh, there's a guy over there. There's a guy over there.
Yes.
Anybody else over here? We're good. Everyone's got
Teamwork,
one?
pass it on.
Dude over here doesn't have one. Nero.
Here's gonna take care of you.
Don't use overture. Don't use overture to give it to
No.
him. You might hurt him. All right. Be
No.
careful, man. There we go.
Dangerous. So I want all of you to to do this special mission, you have to open the package and see what's inside. So go ahead, tear it open. You should have a little pin on the inside. Now, as you open them, these are the pins you could possibly get. They're the orbs that are in Devil May Cry 5. So we have a red orb, our green orb, our purple orb, the white orb, the blue orb, and the gold orb.
Love the animations, Charlene.
Yes. I know, like, I just can't stop the glitter.
Well done, well
Just
done.
can't stop it. Okay, does everyone have theirs open? Okay. All right, so we're gonna do our special mission here. Who has a gold orb? If you have a gold orb, hold it up, stand up.
Stand up. Let's see this. Let's see this.
Stand up, gold orb.
All right,
Stand-
Dante. Oh, yes. Oh, man, over there, too. Nero, all right.
All right, I got some news for you guys. The mission rankings are in, and you guys have spoken sexy style. Yeah, you've got the gold orb, which symbolizes it's basically a one-up in the game. So you guys get something really special for having a gold orb. You guys might have heard we're having a little soiree tonight. We got our stylish pizza party at Spin, which is right near the Sheridan. And you get to meet all these guys, get free pizza, and it'll be hosted by Vampy Bitme. What you guys get to do is you get to jump cancel that line. You guys get to go into the VIP line, get in first. But wait, you guys can sit down now. It might be Devil May Cry, but we have love in our hearts. You guys are all invited. And it takes place between 8 and midnight tonight. The first 100 people in line are going to get a wristband for autographs from these fancy lads. We're going to have the demo stations for Devil May Cry 5 there, so you can play. We have special DMC 5 themed drinks that you can get, including one called the Gold Orb. It will make you feel like you have extra life. And of course, because this is DMC, we're gonna have pizza. We're gonna have Dante's favorite pizza, pepperoni. We'll have some cheese there too. So yeah, be there, party with these guys, Devil May Cry, and everyone who comes to the event tonight. Remember we were talking about that art earlier? You're gonna get a poster of that art, and if you're one of the first 100, these guys are gonna autograph that poster. Isn't that badass? Yes!
Yes.
All right. So my gold orb friends, make sure you're wearing that on your lanyard. Get to jump cancel that line. Everyone else, you're invited. You just gotta line up with everyone else. You get this poster. Doesn't that sound like fun? You guys excited?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
motivated?
yeah.
Yes! But if you can't wait to party, got you fam, you can head on down to the Capcom booth. You can go to our DMC area. You can try out the game there. And also, at certain points in the day, Nero and Nico are going to stop by in between missions and take photos with you guys. So head on down to the Capcom booth and check that out. But also, if you find them around the convention, you can negotiate with Nico and get some more orb pins so you can try to collect them all. It's nearly impossible, but you're welcome to try. You guys love a challenge. You guys love Devil May Cry. Of course you love a challenge. So speaking of the demo, we're going to go back to question time with all of our team here. We're talking a lot about the demo. Is there anything special about the demo you would like to share with our crowd here and the folks at home watching on Twitch?
S ランクでクリアすると普通のとは違う最後のクリア画面とスペシャルメッセージが出てくるようになってるんですけども S クリアするコツだけ伝授するとですね、とにかく S 以上長い時間キープして、あとノーダメージでクリアすると、クリアの得点が 1.2 倍になると思うんで、ノーダメージがほぼ必須条件なんですごく頑張らないとダメなんですけど、頑張ってみてください。
All right, so when you play the demo, you'll see that you're going to play through the mission, and then at the end, you're going to get a rank. You're going to get a grade at the end of the mission. So if you get S rank, you're going to get a special clear screen compared to everybody else. And I've only seen one person do this outside of Capcom. Only one person, one guy at Gamescom did it, and he tweeted at us, and it was awesome. So he says, if you're going to try to do this, what we can tell you is do your best to keep triple S as long as you can in all your combos, but don't get hit. Because once you get hit, there's going to be a multiplier that is going to bring you down. So it's probably a necessity not to get hit at all during the demo to get that S rank. So if any of you guys do that, please tweet at us. You know, we definitely want to retweet that. I think even on the dev team, we've only had 結局ね、開発チームで S ランク取れた人は1人2人ぐらい？
いますね。少ないですけどいます。うちの開発チーム意地悪なんですよ。もっと簡単にしてもいいのにね、すげえ意地悪で。
I think we've maybe had one or two people on the dev team that have been able to pull it off. And he says, "Yeah, our dev team, we're kind of dicks because they kind of purposely made it really hard to do. So try it out. I believe in you. I
僕
believe
は
in you."
2個だけあるんですけどいいですか、細かい。一つは電話ボックスからそのバン DMC から呼べるけれども、あれあんまり触れないんで、そこはもうスッと行ってプレイした方がいいですよっていうのと、であともう一つは黄色いのは救急車なんで覚えておいてねっていう。
All right, so his 2 points are, one, you're going to see a payphone, and if you pick up the payphone, you can call in Nico. But in the demo, you can't do anything with that. You see a cool cutscene, and then it just says you can't do anything yet. But in the game, you'll be able to use this to go to the shop and whatnot. So he says, if I were you guys, I would just skip that and just keep going so that you can use your time as effectively as possible. And then he also says, pay attention to in the Goliath cutscene. There's this. Is it yellow? Is it a yellow or was it green? I forget now.
Kind of yellow.
Kind of. It's like a yellow. There's a yellowish truck-looking thing that's thrown at Nero. So he comes out of that and he makes a joke. He says, somebody call a doctor. And for the longest time, we're sitting here on the dev team. We're like, I don't get that joke. Why does he say that? Like, and then eventually somebody from Europe was like, oh yeah, well, I mean that, you know, in England that's exactly what an ambulance looks like. It's like, oh. Okay. So there you go. Little tip.
2箇所隠しオーブが上から降ってくる場所があるんで、まあ探してみてください。
Also, okay, and then more. There's gonna be only two places in the demo where you can, if you stand in the right place, orbs will float in from the sky, like like when you find like a special place in Devil May Cry. So, 2 places. See if you can find those. Cool. All right, Charlie.
Yes, I believe that we can get at least 2 S ranks out of PAX.
Nice.
I think we can. I believe in you.
All
I
right,
believe
the
in
gauntlet's been thrown down.
you. Yeah.
2 S ranks at PAX or more. Let's
Yes.
show Europe that America still has it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll find out. It's up to you to decide. So another question that we've been getting fairly often, because it's been a few years since the last Devil May Cry game, and we're on our 5th Devil May Cry game. So do you need to have played the previous games in this series to truly enjoy DMC5?
はい、4の続きのストーリーなんですけども、今回から始めてもらっても全然話分かるように作ってますので、そこは心配しなくても大丈夫ですし、今までのデビルメイクライを勉強するモードも入っているので、安心してくれてもいいし、より楽しみたい人は今までのやつ買ってくれても、はい。
So I mean, Devil May Cry 5 is, yes, it's the sequel to Devil May Cry 4. And so the dev team has worked really hard to put in a lot of little details that if you've played any of the games in the series before, you're going to see that and go, oh, cool. You know, that's going to click with you. But, you know, we're Capcom. We like to make games so that everybody can enjoy the games as much as possible. So it's not something where if you've never played a Devil May Cry before, you're not going to understand what's going on. That's not how we make games. Also, Izo-san revealed a little something here that, again, this is a big, like, first exclusive thing, and I don't even know if we've actually discussed this from the PR plan perspective at all. But there is going to be, he calls it a mode. He calls it a mode. There's going to be a mode where you're going to be able to catch up on Devil May Cry, but mode may be getting people's hopes up a little too much. Let's just say there's going to be something in the game so that if you've never played Devil May Cry before, you'll be able to catch up before you play DMC5.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a really good primer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're bringing the good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
You're bringing the good
mode
stuff.
thing. exclusive world premiere. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, I know, Matt, we talked about this last night. Before we start, winding down our panel, you mentioned that you guys all had, a special message that you would want to share with the fans, like special thanks, like you wanted to do some shout outs.
はい、まだね、ほとんど説明してないダンテとか、こっちすら向いてない3人目のキャラとか、あとまだみんなに全然お話ししてないびっくりの要素まだまだいっぱいあるんで、これからの情報を楽しみにしててください。
As far as Itsuno-san is concerned, he says, look, we haven't even gone into any detail on Dante yet. Haven't even gone into any detail on Dante. All you've seen so far is just this, he's fighting with the freaking motorcycle. What is this? And then there's this third playable character. We haven't even seen what this character looks like from the front yet. There's still a lot that we have yet to reveal for this game. So we hope you guys stay with us and keep checking out all the different media and stuff that we're going to put out. And hopefully, you guys will be happy with what you see. Kabe-san, how about you?
そうですね、本当に発売までまだ時間があるんで、その間いろんな情報を出していくと思うんですけど、次のタイミング、ここの中で2名ほど来られると思われる TGS 来てもらったら、新たなダンテのお話も聞けるかもしれないですし、今後のその3番目のキャラクター、ぜひね、どっかのタイミングでね、話したいなと思いますね。はい。
All right, and as an extension to that, Okabe-san says, yep, so for those two of you people that are going to TGS, please come to TGS. We look forward to having you guys check out the TGS stuff that we have going on, where we're really going to go into detail on Dante. And then, yeah, moving forward, at some point, we're going to hear more about this third character as well. And then for me, I really just want to say thank you. Seriously, thank you to all of you guys, everybody who gives a damn, anybody that cares at all about Capcom or Devil May Cry, because it's because of you guys, it's because of your interest, and it's because of your passion that we're able to do this awesome job every day, that I get to work with these cool people, that I get to live it's thanks to you guys I get to live my dream. Thank you for that. Seriously, no, but seriously, man, Capcom needs to be for the fans, And I just want to say we appreciate you guys, all of you guys. Thank you. And I hope that we can all continue to be excited for all the same stuff. And we can all just be passionate and happy about video games. And then I also want to thank the dev team back in Japan, all those guys, for doing an amazing job creating this game. And I want to thank Charlene, especially Charlene. I'm going to pick up the mic here, because if it wasn't for you, she's the one that put all this PAX stuff together. And CUSA, everybody at CUSA, I probably won't say your names because I don't know if you guys will be embarrassed. I'm gonna say Zemke's name. The head of marketing, David, all these guys, they put all of this hard work into trying to make sure that people can see this game that they're passionate about and hopefully get to learn about this game. So it's thanks to these guys, it's thanks to Charlene that we have this party. It's thanks to Charlene that we have this panel. It's thanks to Charlene that we have this booth. So Charlene, thank you.
All right, guys, don't cheer too loud. To echo what Matt said, there's everybody at CUSA, everyone at Capcom. We do this for you guys. And it's just, it's a joy and pleasure putting this stuff on for you so you guys can get crazy and really celebrate Devil May Cry. And yeah, it's all these crazy guys making it happen. It's honestly a pleasure.
Yes.
I'm getting all choked up. But anyway, yeah, seriously guys, thank you all so much. Now, before we wrap up this panel, these guys came all the way from Japan. They were at Gamescom too, so they are hella jet lagged. So give them the biggest, most badass round of applause. Give them that big American welcome. Yeah! All you guys. Yeah! Give it up for Okabe-san, Matsu-san, and Itsuno-san.
You know what though?
Yeah.
Okabe-san really wants to get one thing. There's one thing that he wants, and that is he wants to get a video of everybody going, DMC is back. So,
We're gonna do a countdown?
On the count of three. Also, I'm not gonna do this right. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna ramble for a second there. All right, on the count of three, let's all go, DMC is back. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
DMC is back!
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah! All right.
Also, thank you to Nico and Nero. I knew I forgot somebody. Thank you to Nico and Nero over there for their amazing cosplay.
Yeah. You guys are the most badass panel pals ever. We hope to see you guys down at the Capcom booth. See you for some pizza tonight. We're gonna be here all PAX. Thank you guys so much. And you know what? We love this trailer so much. We are gonna close it out with the trailer one more time. Thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Please go back, please, with them until we clear out the room.
You're up, Nico.
You know I got you covered, asshole.
Try not to get us killed on the way there.
Sorry, Nico. Take your time. Go home already.
Hey, do you do parties? Perfect timing.